fact, the U.S. maternal mortality rate is far higher than that of other developed nations. But the big question is, why is that?
Joining us this morning to discuss is Allison Greenberg, CEO and co-founder of Ruth Health. Allison, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me, Lisa and Emily.
Absolutely. Let's get right into it. We know this is a big problem. Tell us about the maternal mortality rate in the U.S. and what accounts for it being so high.
Yes. Well, as you mentioned, here in America, we have the highest mortality rate, maternal mortality rate of any nation in the developed world. If you look at that on a broader spectrum internationally, ours is on parallel with that of Romania or Latvia. But the U.S. spends the highest amount on healthcare of any nation in the developed world. So we're not seeing our outcomes match up with our spending. And that's largely because our prenatal to postpartum care is just not robust enough. We're not meeting patients where they are. And we're experiencing very high rates of things like preeclampsia, preterm birth. We have extremely high C-section rates in this country. And all of those conditions increase the risk of mortality and morbidity in childbirth and immediately after.
We're not meeting patients where they are as a whole in this country, but how does Texas fare in the maternal mortality rate?
Yeah, so unfortunately, Texas is in the top 10 of the highest maternal mortality rates in the U.S. Many southern states are extremely high on this sort of ranking. And the challenge is around spending. The challenge is also around pursuing innovations like remote patient monitoring, caring for conditions like preeclampsia that account for a majority of maternal mortality deaths. And a lot of this comes with higher spending. So states like California actually has the lowest maternal mortality rate in the U.S. And a lot of that comes from innovation and spending on advanced and new forms of prenatal prevention and postpartum recovery.
People like to criticize their tax rate, but those dollars do go to those programs.
They do.
Allison, if Roe v. Wade is overturned, how will that impact maternal mortality rates?
Yes, unfortunately, it is almost undoubtable that the maternal mortality rate will rise. And those who are affected are really all of us. The maternal mortality rate includes women of all colors, all walks of life, but it will most significantly affect the most marginalized, those who are of lowest income, women of color, and victims of rape. So what we do know is that even today, the majority of patients who seek abortions are already mothers. The health risk affects not just the patient, but also their existing children, their entire family. And, medical experts, including our own chief medical officer, Dr. Vivian Greenberg, say the risks of this ban include more maternal deaths. Those who are denied safe access to abortions are less likely to access timely prenatal care. They might also suffer risks including clotting disorders, autoimmune disorders, even ectopic pregnancies, which result in a riskier birth. So we have a lot of evidence, including a 5-year study that looked at the long-term implications of abortion access denial. And, women in that study were more likely to fall on food insecurity, financial hardship, even mental health struggles. So it really does not bode well for those who are expecting and those who end up taking a pregnancy to term that they did not intend to.
Yeah, there are so many factors and circumstances that come into play
Absolutely.
here.
Yeah.
Let's shift gears for just a moment. I want to talk more about Ruth Health. Ruth Health is on a mission to protect babies and mothers. Talk to us more about the mission.
Thanks so much. Yeah, so we at Ruth Health are a virtual care hub and clinic offering pregnancy and postpartum support. So we see patients nationwide, including in the greater Houston area. We see them for telehealth services, including pelvic training and recovery, C-section recovery, and lactation support. And soon we'll also be offering continuous virtual care with doulas, which are an incredible methodology of reducing the risk of maternal mortality and morbidity. Doulas have a very positive impact on things like preterm birth, C-section, preeclampsia. So right now, our journey is kind of just beginning, but our goal is to make pregnancy care more accessible and affordable. Your first 2 sessions with us will be just $50 each. And we're really thrilled to be able to offer this care that supplements the doctor in support of more prepared pregnancies and an easier recovery after birth.
Wonderful. Appreciate that easy access with that telehealth option. Allison Greenberg, CEO and co-founder of Ruth Health. Thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you very much.